Hey ladies and gents, well, it's time to finally get in and check this oil, see exactly how bad it is. I'm not sure when it was done. I was told the bike was ready to ride. When I bought it, I got this one and the red one down there. Both Honda 650 Reveres, 1990 models. There's actually only one bike between them in the build. This is number 100 and that one there is number 102. So can't get much closer than that. Not too bad, since one was at one end of South Australia and the other was at the other end of South Australia. Doing a bit of work on a mate's Beamer at the moment as well. Bit of an electrical problem. It's an old mid-80s R80 800cc. But back to this. I was told it was a good bike. Jump on it, ride it, job done. Well, both tyres needed doing, brakes need doing, the clutch is almost about to go, so I've got to look stuff inside for the clutch. I'm going to give it an oil change, do about 200 k's on it and then do the clutch. That way I can see exactly what quality and then what contaminants are in the oil when I do the oil change, when I do the clutch. That way there's no surprises later on down the road. I'm not just changing the oil then and hoping everything is good. I'm going to check the oil. So we'll get that done. But as well as tyres and clutch, there is no reserve in the tank, so when I run out, which I found out second day I had it. Went out the highway, had to get a mate to come rescue me. Thank you, Gary. So we got brakes, tyres, clutch, dash all needed to be done. I knew that, but I didn't know that. Had to get a new Speedo drive and cable, as well as replace the actual Speedo. And I'll be checking the shaft drive later to make sure that the oil levels in that are alright. So now get in and check this out. Do a couple of taps to tighten, then undo it, so you don't break your ass trying to get it undone. Makes it a little bit easier a lot of the time. Should have washed under the bike, but should be right. Because I want to check the oil, I don't want to get any bits of mud and gravel and shit in it. And oh my god, that is fucking putrid. It better not be bloody water. And it is. There's water droplets in the oil and it's so bloody thin. Well, another thing I'm not very impressed about with this bike. Not happy, Jan, not happy. Supposed to be well looked after, get on and ride. get on rides. The one thing I haven't been able to bloody do with it. Been going around town just in case something goes wrong. Oh, get a rag. Before changing your oil, always take it out for a bit of a ride. Just warm your oil up. Makes it a lot easier to get it out. Make sure you get out as much as you can. This is so thin. Now I rode an hour ago, so it's not like it's overly hot and that's why it's so thin. This is just so thin. Because I doubt if it's been bloody changed for a long time. So when someone tells you something about a bike, oh yeah, I service it regularly, change your oil, rah bullshit, don't believe them. Check it yourself, find out. Do an oil change right there in front of them before you even buy the bike. It's worth the bloody 60 or 70 bucks for the oil and the filter. So then you know what it's like than getting it home and finding this sort of bullshit. Not very happy at the moment, not very happy at all. I'll be going down and getting the CBR this week, but the thing with that is I know that who I'm getting it from, my foster son, he's bloody always looking after his bikes. And they don't get done, look, he doesn't even get me to do his bikes, he gets them done by the shops. Because he knows that if something goes wrong, he goes back there and yells and screams at them until they fix it. If he's paying for it, he might as well bloody, get to dictate what's going on with it. Which reminds me, I've got to put coolant in this because it's only got bloody water in it. So I've got to do the coolant too. Always check stuff out when you get a bike. It's just makes it so much easier. Now, like I say, so far for a bike I was supposed to get on and ride. Speedo drive, Speedo cable, Speedo, front rear tyres, needs front rear brakes. I've got everything inside for the new clutch. Clutch cable. I've got to drain the brakes because the fluid in them looks like it's wrong. It doesn't look like .4 to me. Looks like old, early brake fluid, so I'd say it was just whatever's on the shelf. Don't know if it had been driven at night because the headlight was pointed basically straight down about 6 feet in front of the front tyre. So headlights had to be redone. There's only one bolt holding the back light on because the other one's been snapped off. So that vibrates like bugger and annoys the shit out of me. The other one was only supposed to be a slight overheating problem. No thermostat, radiator was blocked up with grease and oil. That took me about 6 hours just to clean and then straighten out most of the fins on that radiator. And then that needs tyres, brakes, bloody entire dash I've got to track down, seat, plastics. Shitload of spares, but all I got was a little tiny box, which wasn't even half of what I was told I was getting when the deal was made. Well, not even a quarter actually. So I'm not really overly impressed with it. And it was off somebody I know, which made it even worse. Now I'm using Magnatech for this oil change. Magnatech 1040, simply because winter's coming up and with my bung legs and bung hips, she won't be getting much of a ride over winter time. So what I'll do is I'll put Magnatech in it, that way it protects it a little bit more over winter time. That way when I do start it, there's at least a bit of oil in the top end. Not liking those water drops in that oil though. Worst thing about these bikes is way up in there is where your thermostat is, including your filler, your radiator cap. So you got to take the tank off to put water in the radiator cap. So I'll have to do that later on as well. So always put a smear of oil on the new filter on the rubber. Make sure the mating surface is clean, very, very clean. And usually I don't do this outside, but I've got a few other bikes in the way at the moment, so where I usually do it I can't at the moment. Okay. Let's get a funnel. So she's almost all done. And I'm hoping that there should be about it. So in a minute I'll start her up, warm her up, take her out for a ride. That's about it, ladies and gents. All done, oil change done. See you later. Well, I've just done an oil change on my bike and thought I'd put the old oil into the old oil bottle and I'd check it. And look at what we have here that's just come out the bottom of this bloody motor. I am so fucking pissed off right now. I'll tell you what. Oh, I'm fucking angry, I tell you. Now, yeah, look. If you want to sell something, at least be bloody honest, yeah? I was supposed to get this bike, get on it and ride it. I was told the Speedo was the only thing wrong with it. I've got to do both tyres. Back one I've just done, front one I've yet to do. Clutch has to be replaced. I've got all the brand new parts inside, luckily. I've just had them dropped off over the last couple of days. Headlight pointed 6 feet in front of the bloody front tyre, so, you know, what else is there? I've got to take the tank off, check the fluid levels. I did spot a couple of drops of water in amongst all this. Oil leaks all over the engine. Some clowns even put fucking wool in here where this bloody bolt goes in. Whether they've tried to use that as a gasket or some bullshit, all it's doing is acting like a wick. What else is there? All the dash had to be rebuilt. It wasn't a case of fix the Speedo gear for the Speedo. I had to buy all new housing and drive gear and cable. The other bike that was supposed to be spare parts. Jeez, I tell you what, I'm really fucking angry about this, I tell you. Spare parts bike was supposed to be, it got warm, that was it. No thermostat at all. the radiator was blocked up with so much shit, and all of the fins were bent up like buggery. It took me 6 hours to clean all the crap out of the radiator. It was about 7 or 8 goes with degreaser, using the compressor to blow it all out, soaking it in petrol, all sorts of shit before I finally got that ready. I've still got to fix that up because that's just a fucking mess. What else is there? Petrol tank. No reserve tank. Found that out when I went out the road the other day. Second day I had it. Went out the road, ran out of juice, put it on reserve, and there is no reserve. Well, actually, I should say there is no on. It's just reserve. That's it. That's all there is. Yeah, I'm absolutely pissed off with this whole thing. I bought the 2 bikes for $1,500. I expected to spend $200 or $300. I've now spent over $3,000 since I bought them, and that's just to get this one up to bloody good standards. Oh, I'm angry. I'm really angry. Well, look, I'm gonna go inside and take a chill pill and veg out for a little bit, because otherwise I'm gonna go for a ride and yeah, leave it at that. All right, see you later.